Today, you get 2 walks by Gausman, but they get out of the inning with no runs. How big of a factor was that there in the first inning for the Orioles not to give up any runs?
Well, obviously, you knew how yesterday's game ended. It was 6-0 Indians. They had a 3-run home run that you talked about, and then later on, Brantley hit the 2-run home run. So Kevin Gausman, 2 things. He's young. Well, actually, 3 things. He's young. He's got great talent. But if you look at the kind of things that go on, the fact is that, he does throw a lot of pitches, over 17 and a half. But today it was a matter of good defense. Delman Young makes a great running play as they try to add the second run. And then right here, can you field your position? So the one number that I looked at coming in, runners in scoring position numbers, guys, was 296, but he pitches very well today. When he got in trouble, he was able to get out. The composite of what pitches he threw, probably didn't have his best fastball as far as didn't get to 97, 98 today, but made a lot of good pitches. I thought Nick Hundley, when he was struggling in the first inning, actually threw, I think, a 2-0 breaking ball. So he let them know that it was just not going to be about the fastball. But he got some big outs, and he was able to do what Ubaldo Jimenez couldn't do last night, which is stay away from the big inning, the 2-3-run home run, and that was the difference in the game. If you look at Chen, pitched great on Friday night, only gave up the solo home run. Today it was Gausman giving up 1 run and then pitching out of trouble. So the Indians, who really were struggling for runs other than the home runs off of Menace, because they came in struggling, even though over the year they're like the Orioles, they averaged 4.4 runs. They just outpitched the Orioles, but today it was all Orioles, and they did get some clutch hits as the game progressed.
You know, Jimmy, the ball club has been cold offensively the last couple of days, but how good was it today to see Chris Davis get the ball club started with a double the opposite way? Just how important is he, no matter where he hits in that lineup for this club?
Well, I thought Buck Showalter handled it very well. He said, listen, the guy hit 53 home runs. He had more RBIs and drove in more runs than anybody last year, 33 the year before. He's going to play. He may sit a game down, whether they're working on something. That happened on the homestand because maybe doing a little extra work. Actually, he didn't start a game and came in after Manny Machado hurt his leg, got the game-winning home run. So he's going to play. He can help you defensively. But what I like is not only did he get the 2 hits, he got them to the opposite field. The first one drove a ball over the head of Brantley and then went right down the line off of Atchison, who looked like he was going to get out of trouble. The game is still 1-0 with runners in first and second. He was able to get Cruz and Young out, and then all of a sudden Hardy, as you guys mentioned, had that great clutch hit it the other way. He now leads the Orioles with average with runners in scoring position, and then Chris Davis gave him a 2-run cushion by going down the left field line off Atchison. So some big hits, and he's going to get to play, and I just like the approach. He's going to hit home runs accidentally because he's that strong. Everybody was talking about at the cage. The Indians were saying, boy, he just kind of flicks the ball. So he just has to work a little bit more on staying inside the ball, and he did that real well today.
Jim, how about the bullpen today when you go through O'Day, Miller, and Zach Britton? 1 base runner over the last 3 innings. Evaluate what you saw from the bullpen.
Well, that's what they do, Tom. I mean, they're very good. I mean, Andrew Miller. I mean, Darren O'Day is Darren O'Day. He's deceptive. He throws strikes. He's been, struggling a little bit. When he's wild, that means maybe he's been doing a lot of pitching. Andrew Miller comes over, one of the great acquisitions this year. I mean, there have been a lot of things that have helped, and the Brad Brock has helped this bullpen. They went out and got him, made a trade with a minor leaguer. So Dan Duquette did a terrific job there at the trading deadline. You're saying, well, we need a second baseman. Scope hits a home run today. He's, a plus defender. You can also put Flaherty out there. So you got a lot of options there. But at the end of the day, the bullpen's good. And, Britton has had a little soreness, I think, in one of the Achilles tendons. So maybe he's been struggling because he can't do as much work. He comes in and gets his 26th save. If you give them the lead, they're usually going to win the ball games. And, this pitching has been terrific since the beginning of June. And we saw it today. They got outpitched in the first 2 games. Well, in game 2, Chen pitched as well as Kluber, and we know Kluber was an all-star. But at the end of the day, you usually don't beat the Orioles because of their pitching. That's why it was a little bit disappointing that Jimenez couldn't pitch as well or any better than he did. So we'll kind of see how this goes. And when you go to Chicago, you're going to see Sale, you're going to see Quintana. These 2 lefties can really pitch.